Hello, welcome to Fancy Crafts. Okay, I'm going to do this bee sticker. And I got this off of Temu. And it's just a press-on sticker that you put on shirts. So I'm going to set it aside, and I am just using my mold here. And oh, I just had that on there. Give me 1 second. I had it all set up, and look what I just did. Let me get this all placed back in where it needs to be. Stand by, because these are a little bit of a tricky. Okay, and I'll just flip it back over. For some reason it wants to be a little wobbly. I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay, so I've done 50 grams of A, 45 grams of B, and I've just split it into 3 different cups. So the first one, I'm going to be using this orange in 1 cup, because I'm kind of going off of the colors of the bee. So there's orange, because it's got some orange in there. And I'm just doing a black. It's just a standard mica powder black. I'm going to use some black. Then I'll mix those 2 colors. Okay, so there is the orange one. So there we have that one. Show you what the black one looks like. And it's kind of a charcoaly, but that's okay. I like the color. So there's the black one. And then I'm going to use alcohol ink for the green, because we have green leaf. So I'm just going to give it a good squirt of the green. Let's see what it looks like with that. Knocking things over. See if I want any more, if I'm just going to leave it with this good squirt of it. And it's pretty dark. Let's see what it looks like on, and that's what it looks like there. I'm going to give it another squirt. I think I want it a little darker, to be honest with you. I'll mix it up good, and let's see what it looks like being a little bit darker. A little bit darker, so I think we're going to go with that. Okay, so we're going to set that aside, and I got a couple little fuzzies in there. Okay, so start off with the orange. I'm just going to go around until I don't have no more orange. Hoping I'll have enough here. And then I'll just take one of my little spoons here and push the rest down in. And set that aside. And then I'm going to do with the black. And I'm going to set it aside. And then I'm going to go with the green. Oops, I got a hair right there. I'm not a big fan of real bees, but I do like the fake looking of bees. They are pretty from a distance. I won't knock them. I just don't like getting stung by them. I must say. Try getting a little more down in there, and then I'll clean the edges and the top up. Okay. So let me go ahead and do this. And then we'll let this set up, and then I'll do some clear and place the bee, and then I'll do my next color. And we'll go from there. I think it's going to look rather nice. Pretty excited to see how this one's going to look. And you can do just about anything. You can do family photos in these, pets, a lot of different choices on this. Okay, so let me get another. I just want to make sure I get the top here cleaned up. And I think we're pretty good. We'll let this set up. And yeah, so we'll go from there. Okay, on to the next step. And here we go. I'm just gonna go through and make sure there's no hairs or nothing on there. I have mixed up my resin. And I did 75 grams of A, 67 grams of B. And I'm gonna try something a little bit different. I've got some sapphire blue, and if I can just get the top off of it, it does not want to come off there. There it comes. I'm gonna try one drop. You guys will see here in a minute what I'm gonna do. I don't want a whole lot in there. I just want it to come out crystal clear. Okay, I think that'll be good. Did 3 little drops because of the amount I have. Okay. It's just barely on there. It looks darker in the cup than what it is. Okay, so let me go ahead and put the lid on there. I just want it to be barely on there. Okay. Oops, I think and I did. Okay. So let me go ahead and spread this a little bit. And then okay. I mean, there's still a little bit, but I will kind of mix it in. Okay, and clean my stick. It looks like it's about right up to the edge, but it's not. I wanted to make sure I had a decent amount. I'm going to try mixing it a little bit better than... okay. What is in that? Okay. So let me go ahead. Okay. Okay, there is still something in that. But I can actually get it out of there. Still something in there right there. Okay, so here is my bee, and I'm just gonna go ahead and, because I'm gonna try this time not to have any bubbles down in there. So let me get it completely submerged. Whoops. Oh no. And here I am making a mess, guys. Stand by. Put it completely over the edge. Oh boy, did I ever. Give me a minute. You guys know me. It wouldn't be something if I didn't make a mess. All right, I'm just gonna try scooping some of this up and over top. Hopefully this won't be an epic fail on this one. Get it down in there as good as I can get it, and then I will clean the rest of my mess up. I'm just trying to and then I'll center it. So let's do that. Last time I had an air bubble underneath of it, but I showed you guys how to fix those. Those are pretty easy to fix on these. All right, so, all right, I want to bring this up just a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to use my stick for my guidance here. Okay, let's see. We're going to bring this up just a little bit more. And it was about there and about there. So I think we're pretty good on that. And I think we're pretty good. I don't feel any air bubbles under there. So I think we're just gonna go with that. Just wiped my stick off. Oops. And I just wiped that stick off. And we are just gonna go with it. I'm not gonna get too close with this. We're just gonna let it go. I mean, there was a little hair right there, but I'm not going to worry about that too much because you won't see it. And I'm staying far enough away from the top of it because you don't want to touch the picture itself. So yeah, you definitely don't want to do that because then you chance it bubbling and all of that. But there you guys have it. And then I'll be back to do a very thin coating of the top, and I have picked this yellow, but I'm gonna make it more of a creamy yellow with this white. So those are going to be the two colors I'm going to use for that. And then we'll go from there. And then we'll pull it out of the mold. So there's still something down in there. But we'll get there, and I will be back in a little while, and then you guys can see the last step and then the end results. Okay, I'm back to start the last process. Okay, I have 50 grams A, 45 grams of B, and I am going to use lemon yellow. So I just put a little bit of that in. These cups are almost a little too big for what I need them for, but for right now they will work. So it's pretty transparent, but I'm going to put some white in. Okay. And this is what it looks like. So it's like a creamy. So I'm gonna make sure it's mixed good. And there we have it. So I will go ahead and just pour a thin layer over. And bring it out to the edges. And I will end up using it all. And pretty much there you have it. I'll just push it out to the edges and let it set up, and I will demold it in the morning.
Alright, if I turn the TV on time.
Yeah. Okay, and that is it. There you have it, and I will catch you guys in a few hours. And pretty easy for this step. Okay, that's it. I'll be back. All right, good morning. And here it is. It's ready to be pulled out of the mold. Okay, here we go. Let me pull it up out of here, out of this little tray. And I'll just set this aside. All right. I'm just loosening the sides. I'll pop these two corners out. And then I'll pop these two corners out. Very easy. And then just pop the corners back over. And then, like I said, this is very easy to usually put back together, and you just slide it back in the mold. Okay, so here we have it. I'm gonna flip it over. Oh my gosh, look how beautiful it turned out. Look at that, and look at the sides, because you've got the orange, the black, and the green. Look at there on each side. I am so impressed with this. I mean, guys, my gosh, I'm very, very pleased with it. I think it turned out really good. How exciting. But there you go. There is a nice little dish. I'm going to use a popsicle stick kind of to give you a guide. I'm putting it on the inside of the dish, and then I'm using my finger at the top here. And that's how much of a, it's like that much of a dish it is. And you can put a lot of nice little stuff in there. I mean, I'm just using this as an example. I mean, gosh, you can do a lot of different little things for this. Any teachers, I mean, art teachers out there, parents that have kids, these are easy to wash out. I mean, these are nice little gifts for people. That's why I like doing them so much. But, I mean, look at the detail on that. I'm glad I went with the green, because the green offset the leaves, the orange offset the orange in it, and the black in the middle went with the black, and the yellow brought some of the yellow out. I think it was good color choice. But there you guys have it. I'll be back. You guys have a good one, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.